This is our regular daily focus and action. We're going to do some cool stuff today. We're going to be focusing on offers. So I hope everybody is safe and well. I literally got off a meeting with our consulting champions, and we had one of our consulting champions who did the strategy that I shared last week where you get the community group together. He just sold a $5,000 website and sold a $1,200 Facebook management campaign. So not Facebook ad campaign, but Facebook social media and content campaign. So he picked up $5,000 and $1,200 a month just off doing a live group session with business owners to look at their options in the coronavirus world right now. G'day, Mark Jean, good to see you. Adam, good to have you here. So as people are jumping on, we're going to get this kicked off in about 30 seconds. We're going to talk about one of my favorite topics in the world today, and that is crafting compelling offers that essentially where people are going to engage you in the market. And what I want to do is I want to do something very different today. Hopefully you have a microphone. We are going to use chat. If you don't have a microphone, then you are going to miss out, because I'm going to craft an offer for you in this session. So I'm going to craft real-time offers that you can put out into the market and generate sales with. So if you are here with me, if you can hear me and you can see me right now, just type 1. Just type 1 right now. If you can hear me in the chat, just type 1 if you can hear me. Awesome. Okay. So one of the things I would encourage you to do is make sure you have a working microphone. Because if you have a working microphone, then I can bring you into this conversation. We can have a chat and talk, and then from there, I can craft real offers for you in the market. So my goal today is to give you campaigns, scripting, things that you can do to actively go and engage customers right now. So these are the things I'm going to be talking about today. We're going to be a little bit more practical and pragmatic to make sure you get out in the market. Damien, good to have you here, mate. Jay, good to have you here. So yes, so today is going to be fun. And like I said, I just got off a call with one of our champions who took the strategy of getting community businesses together by he was reaching out to people through LinkedIn and through some social media saying, hey, I'm just getting together a bunch of business people to look at the options that you have right now in a COVID-19 environment. He had 15 people jump on. He's had 7 appointments so far. He just closed a deal. In fact, he only did this 3 days ago. He took the training that I did a few days ago on getting using the strategy of getting clients or businesses to come on to a group chat, and he has 7 appointments. He's just closed a deal for $18,000 on that call. So that strategy worked. That got clients. In fact, we had a few of our clients. We had one person generate a $14,000 deal. We had another person who's added $60,000 in recurring revenue by using the same strategy that I shared a few days ago. So if you go back a few videos where I talked about, the leveraged opportunity to be able to communicate with multiple businesses and literally follow the strategy that I laid out for you, there are people who have done that, who've actually applied that in the last few days and are actually generating clients. So I would highly recommend that you go back to the YouTube channel or go back to the Unleash Facebook and go and check out that video that I put together. So today, just so I can all hear you. Remember, I'm going to try and keep this as interactive as possible. And I want to create as many offers as possible that are relevant to you and who you're going out to in the marketplace. So if you can hear me and you can see me, just type 1 in the chat. Martin is here. Here you go, Martin. How you doing? The person that I just talked about is here. Closed the deal on using the live chat. The video chat. All right. Anybody else? We're right. We're good. You can see me. You can hear me. Good. Remember, this is an interactive session. So I'm just going to switch over my to my screen. So I'm just going to share. You should all be looking at my. I'm just going to open up chat so I can see the chats, and I just want to open up where are you? I want to open up the participants. Good. All right. So we've got a few people jumping on, so I can see you all there. All right. Howard, good to see you. All right, so we're talking about offers, right, and creating compelling offers. The best place to create an offer right now is using this strategy. We need to understand what's happening. So you need to think about where businesses are at right now. So businesses are in three places, right? Number one, they're out of business and they're not coming back. The second group of people, they're trying to stay in business. They're trying to be to make sure that they're going to keep their employees, and they're making sure that they're trying to work their way through this. But they're in panic mode. They're still trying to minimize cash and all that sort of stuff. And then we've got a third group of people who are scrambling to try and take advantage of the opportunities that are being presented to them. And in every market right now, I am seeing, in people that I'm speaking to, in business that I'm speaking to. In fact, I just had one of our conversation with one of our champions, a guy called John Blake. He's working with lots of different engineering businesses. He's working with manufacturing. He's working with a whole bunch of businesses. And surprisingly, most of their competitors are have decided to let people go and get out of the market, or be out for now until further notice. And funnily enough, all his clients are generating clients. They're generating cash and revenue, and in those different industries. So wherever there are in any industry where you see people dropping out of the market, wherever you see people dropping out of the market, there are people right now in most industries that are pivoting, changing the way they do business, bringing new products to the market, and they are actually open for business and generating clients. And so what is the difference in the mentality of those businesses that are panicking, and those businesses that are thriving, or actually making a go of, is it perfect for them? Absolutely not. But they are looking at ways of scrambling. And so right now, if we think about where we're at, right, we are in a situation where we are, let's get back to there. We're in a situation of volatility, right? We're in uncertainty. We are in complexity. We've got some real problems to solve, right? And we are in ambiguity. So right now, businesses that are struggling, this is what they're experiencing, right? This is what they're experiencing right now. If they're struggling, right? If they're panicking, right? Struggle, panic, irrationality, right? Bad decisions, right? Right now I'm seeing, and I think Damien can confirm this, it's 2 weeks ago when people were canceling their campaigns or putting things on pause. Now they're coming back to the market and going, holy shit, I just stopped my lifeblood or my lifeline of customer inquiries. You know, the electrician that was on national television saying, hey, I'm just trying to hang in there. We've cut all our advertising costs. We've shut down all our advertising, but the phones aren't ringing. I wonder why the phones aren't ringing, because you're not advertising. Switch the ads back on, dude, and the phones are going to start ringing. You're going to be busy electrical business, right? So this is where people are at right now, okay? So what do people need right now? People need clarity, right? Right now they need assurance. Right now they need leadership, right? Right now they need movement. This is a friend of mine, Todd Herman, came up with this acronym, right? They need optimism, right? They need a plan. They need a new message, right? And the big question is how right now is the customer behaving in buying your product or service? How are they making decisions, right? What are they searching for, right? And what are their needs? Right? Now, businesses need to think, right? if a customer is making decisions differently and they're searching differently and they've got different needs or different things that they're deciding on, how is your current offer giving them what they want? Right? Remember, we are in lockdown, right? We are in social distancing, right? So how do we do business in lockdown and social distancing? So these are the things that you want to be taking into consideration, right? When you're coming up with what are the frustrations that businesses are feeling right now, right? You know, how do we make it easy for the customer to buy? That's a question we have to answer. How do we make it easy? Right? This is the customer to their market, but this is all of you to your customers right now. This is all of you. You have to take into consideration what you're doing right now. How are your prospective customers being clear? What are they doing to make sure that they're staying in business and keeping customers paying? Because right now, the number one thing that a business needs is they need cash flow. They desperately need cash flow. Cash flow is king, right? So they need quick wins, right? They need quick wins. So your offer needs to think, you need to think about your offer where people, now quick wins doesn't mean quick cash, right? Quick wins might be a solution or a moving forward to generating this cash, right? A quick win might be, hey, if we've got a plan together, if we can solve the problems that you're experiencing right now, and we can put a plan into place to solve those problems, then if we can work out together how we can make that happen, let's get you into the market, right? Because right now, the number one thing that businesses need to be, because where are people at right now? Everybody's on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Oh, and if you're a kid, you're on TikTok, right? I have big questions about TikTok, but you're on TikTok, right? Because people are doing some crazy stuff. So so how are you visible? And is your market, where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they direct access to Google search? Have you got a product or service that you're selling on Instagram? Or is YouTube your best bet, right? Is YouTube your best bet? So where is the message? How are you showing people that you are open for business? That's what you want to be thinking about. Are you open for business, right? And so you need to be visible. So there's two places you can be visible, right? Number one, you need to communicate with all your existing clients. I know Damien, who's on this call, has pretty much got an offer going out every other day at the moment. I know I'm pointing to you, Damien Papworth. Right now, I know you've got offers going left, right, and centre, and you've got a great offer and incentive for people right now that you're putting out in the marketplace, and you're getting clients and you're bringing in new clients in your business, and that's because you're actually proactive, right? So I know things are happening for you in the marketplace. But number two, you've got to communicate with existing clients because you want them to stay and you want them to pay. That's number one. Number two, right? We've got to go out to the market. We've got to actually let the local community, local or your market, and we've got to let them know that you're in business. Let them know they can buy. Now, remember, your message has to change. Up here, when I'm scrolling up to here, your message has to change. Yeah, you can't be selling right now. Remember, I said, how is your current offer? This thing here, right? How is your current offer serving your market? Because you might have to change the offer. You might have to change. So things that people need to change right now that you need to be aware of, right? Let's go back down here. Things to change right now. Your website needs to change. Landing page. Your offer. Your marketing, your visibility needs to change. These are things from an outward perspective that need to change right now. Do you need to change your website? Is your current website, if it's not reflecting what's going on right now for your customer, they're not going to buy. They're going to go somewhere else, right? Landing page, really important, right? Landing page is the fastest way to get an offer into the marketplace. Damien Papworth, little niche websites, right now coming into the marketplace. I know I'm picking on you, Damien. I don't want to do that. But changing the offer, changing the website to suit the niche, repackaging your offer. If you don't have that on your website and people come to your website, nobody's going to know what you're offering. So the fastest way to do that is to create a landing page for the offer. And then we want those 4 actions. Do we want them to pick up the phone and call you? Do we want them to fill in a form to get a quote? Do we want them to download a lead magnet or an incentive or an opportunity for buy to be VIP or whatever you're offering? Or do you want them to buy this product right now? Those are 4 actions. Each landing page, 1 call to action on each landing page. That's what we need to do to get in the marketplace. Right? So what I'm sharing with you right now are things that you need to be thinking about in taking consideration of the offers that you're making to the marketplace, right? How are you creating an impact in these areas, in these things that we're talking about? Because in a moment, I'm going to be asking you what you're offering, who you serve, and I'm going to give you a strategy and a script and an offer if you choose to do so, if your mission, if you choose to do so, is to take up my offer to be able to help you right now so you can get out to the market and go and make some money, right? Because at the moment, I don't think anybody has got anything else to do. If you've got a full-time job right now, one that you're actually working from home and you're being paid, just type 2 if you've got a full-time job. Just type 2. If you've got a full-time job and you're being paid for the full-time job and you're working virtually, just type 2 if you're working from home. Okay, we've got a couple of people who've got a full-time job. Yeah, awesome. Okay, great. So for the rest of you, guess what your full-time job is? Can anybody guess? Just type in the chat. Guess what your full-time job is right now? For everybody who doesn't have a full-time job and is not getting cash in from that full-time job, guess what your job as a business owner is right now? Just type in the chat. Adam says to prospect. No, that's not your number 1 job. Your number 1 job is to freaking make sales. Brian's got it, right? Your only job right now is to make sales, not to prospecting is part of the process, but to get a client, that's your number 1 job. And your number 1 job is to get a client by Friday. It is Tuesday in the United States. It is Wednesday in Australia and wherever else you are in the world. But you've got 3 days, 3 to 4 days to go and get a customer by Friday, right? That's the goal, right? Alan says to make offers. Yeah, absolutely, right? Your number 1 job is to get a paying customer to pay you. And to do that, you've got to make offers. You've got to be making offers every single day. So I'm going to, for those of you who don't have a full-time job, and for those of you who are watching this video, I'm going to give you instructions on what to do, exactly what to do today, tomorrow, the next day, until your calendar is full of appointments and that your business is full of revenue and full of sales. That's what I'm going to show you today. That's the key, okay? So first of all, biggest takeaway from what I've just shared so far. Any takeaways, any observations, if you want to just type them in the chat so they know you're here. Any observations? Just type them in the chat. I'll read them out. Adam says, yeah, he needs to be making sales. Quick wins, yes. How can you help customers make quick wins? Sean, good to see you here, my friend. More offers, more money. Yes, Alan. Yeah, you've got to be offering often. If you don't offer often, then nobody can buy. You've got to be in the market. Sean, I just want to make sure you got my email, man. I'm not sure. I did send you an email, so I just want to make sure you got that. Just type yes if you did. If you didn't, I want to make sure because I've been having some fun with my email service. Okay, I need to go back to make sure that happens. That'll be fixed after this webinar. So thanks, Sean. Appreciate you being here, man. So anything else that you've picked up on the conversation I've had so far? Takeaways, right? We've covered. I've done like 7 pages of notes here. But we're going to get into the offering business right now. Okay. Yeah, making relevant offers. That's probably one of the most critical things is to make the relevant offer. And when we make that relevant offer, we need to make sure that we're thinking like the customer, we're thinking like our prospective customers, right? Damien Papua says, love the calm. Yeah. So I was trying to register the link and it was not working. Okay. There should be a new link on the website. Okay, yes. All right, so what I'm going to do here is if you want me to help you to craft an offer, to give you some scripting that you're going to do, because I'm recording this and we're going to try and get this recording up as quickly as possible. But if you give me, if you want me to create an offer for you, right, then I will create an offer. But before I do that, Damien Papworth, can you just hop on for a minute? If I just allow you to, if I unmute you. I'm just going to unmute you. You there, mate? Damien?
Yes, can you hear me, John?
I can hear you loud and clear. Mate, I know that I asked you this question. I haven't had a chance to listen to your message. I just realized that you sent a message to me in Messenger. But I asked you the question of the types of clients that we're buying right now in the marketplace that you're seeing that are coming on with new campaigns. Who's doing that right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So through our network over the last 2 weeks, close to 60 new marketing campaigns have been started. Just hang on a sec. I'm just pulling up the research now. So most of the campaigns that have started have been Google-based campaigns, so SEO and Google Ads. Then the next is content-based copywriting. So that obviously feeds in with the Google though, with getting the content out there. Industries have been what we'd expect, I think. So the trades, plumbers, electricians, property services, home services, medical, dental, and e-commerce. So they're the main categories that are buying the main industries.
Okay. Dental and e-commerce. Which is kind of what you would expect.
So property services and home services.
Yep. So property. Isn't it interesting? You know, I had this conversation where my father-in-law was looking around the house and seeing all the cracks in the, you know, I've got to fix that crack, got to get some plaster, got to get some painting happening, got to repaint the roof, all that sort of stuff. You know, again, home services, those sorts of markets are doing big business. Mate, Damien, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Have you got are you doing niche websites right now? You've got that happening?
Yeah, absolutely. So within a week, pretty much. We just need the content aligned with the template, and we'll get it done within a week.
So you can get a niche website done within a week.
100%.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for being here, mate. I really appreciate it, and thank you for sharing the insights. So yeah, interesting that those markets are the ones that are spending money on SEO and AdWords. I'm just going to mute you, mate. But thank you for doing that. We've got a whole bunch of people joining us, which is good. So, Peter, same thing, reviewing messaging with the current situation. Damien says, love the calm. Okay, so if you want me to craft a campaign, targeting is important. A few plumbers spoken to, one-off man shows, and they're flat out, isn't interesting. Need to ensure they have the capacity for more or seeking more clients. Yes, so smaller players in the marketplace, limited budgets, they're the ones that perhaps aren't really going to be spending money with you unless they want to start to look at marketing better online. They might have a thing and say, hey, right now I'm not getting this stuff right. I need to get certain pieces right. You can offer those services to that market. But what you're looking for are businesses that have employees. You're looking for businesses that have capacity. And that's a lot of businesses, by the way. You know, if I was looking at people's websites and if I see let's say I was seeing a pest controller or carpet cleaners or home cleaning services, the places that have 4 or 5 vans, right? That means they've got 1 or 2 people per van, so 5 to 10 employees. Those are the businesses that need the phones to ring off the hook. That's who I'd be going to in the marketplace in terms of what I'm doing. So that's the thing that you want to be aware of to make sure that you're maximizing your opportunity to generate sales. So if you want me, you're all here, right? I will craft campaigns, scripts, and offers. So you need to have a microphone. If you have a microphone, I can do this for you live. If you don't have a microphone, those that don't have a microphone, I will chat to you. I might be able to chat to you later. But if you've got a mic, let me help you. So if you want me to craft a campaign for you, an offer right now to the market, just type 1 and I'm going to unmute you and then we're going to talk like I just spoke with Damien to maximize your opportunity to get an offer, to get a script in the marketplace. Who's there? Just type 1 in the chat and let me help you. Help me help you, as Jerry Maguire said. Help me help you. So Howard Tayano, let's do this. Howard. Hey, Howard, can you hear me? You got your microphone on?
Yes.
Awesome,
Hi,
man.
how you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to see you here. You are one of our regular participants, which is, I appreciate you being here, getting all the help that you can get. So tell me who the market is. Give me the business.
Water damage, Google Ads.
Okay, water damage. So Google Ads as a service. So ads.
Yeah.
G ads. Okay, so by the way, this market is a market that needs to be very visible right now because people are, you know, having incidences and those sorts of things in their homes, and they need to look after themselves. My thing is, so there's 2 things right now. So one of the biggest things you can do, and I think I spoke about this yesterday, is going out to people. So if I was reaching out, I'd be sitting there saying, hey, are you right now, are you closed down like every other water damage place, or are you actually accepting customers, right? Are you accepting calls right now for people who need water damage help? So your offer or your outreach is very simple. It's saying, right now, are you closed down like most water damage places, or are you able to accept customers right now? Are you accepting customers right now? So that's an offer that you can come to the market with, all right? Everybody who's on this call can use that script. Everybody's on the call can use that script. Are you closed like everybody else, or are you accepting customers? Are you accepting patients? Are you accepting more clients? Are you accepting quotes right now, right? If you're a trade services, are you accepting RFPs and quotes right now? Yes or no, right? So the idea is to get the person on the phone. Yeah, that's the first thing. So to me, if you're going out to that market, the second thing is you need to give some explanation here. So in the conversation, if somebody gets on, say, look, the reason I'm reaching out to you is I'm actually talking to water damage providers right now, and one of the biggest challenges you've got right now is there's an increase in people who are sitting online, like most people are, you know, self-isolating or they're in lockdown. But at the end of the day, the search volumes are going through the roof, and you know, right now they're looking for people who can solve that water damage problem. Right? So if they can't find you, if you're not visible right now, if you're not actively engaging, then it's going to be really difficult for those people to call you. Number 2, cash is king. The idea is you've got to keep cash flow in your business. You need to preserve that. You need to have your employees because you've got to be able to service your marketplace. But that's number 2. And number 3 is the capability of how you're doing business differently. Can people pay you online? Can people interact with you online, as in physically, rather than you having to put your team or yourself at risk of infection, that you can actually service the market? If those things are of interest to you, let's sit down. I'm more than happy to share with you our plans and strategy to helping people to stay in business, but more importantly, to make sure that customers are choosing you first. If you're interested in talking about having that type of optimistic conversation, then let's continue the conversation. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
There's your script. So there's your offer. Are you closed like everybody else, or are you openly accepting clients right now or customers right now, right? When you get on the phone, that script that I just scripted out for you, right? And the next step is, great, let me show you how this works. Because right now, and you can say, look, we're noticing what people are doing right now is the people that are being found are the ones that are running ads. Yeah.
Yeah, they're running the ads. The only thing that there might be a gotcha on this niche is that people have to come into their house
So how are you
And
doing differently? Are you putting hazmat suits on? Are you wearing rubber gloves? Are you practicing
right,
safe practices to help people in their home? Right now, I
right,
bet you there's water damage companies right now that are freaking working with people right now. I guarantee you. I know if you start calling these people, Howard, some of them are going to be helping people clean water damage, right? Are there
right.
buildings right now that are empty, that are damaged, that need repair, right? So there are buildings right now where there's nobody in the building. So they can be in the building fixing the thing, right?
Yeah,
People have got investment properties and all those sorts of things that they need to service. And if nobody's in those homes, then they need to service those homes. They can get access. So that's one thing. But my question is, how are you doing business differently? You know, can you help people, right? Are you offering your emergency services? If you are offering emergency services, how the hell are people finding you for your emergency services if they can't find you online? Because right now people are looking. So what I would recommend that you do, and everybody on this call, is I would go onto Google, look at Google Trends, if you've got access to things like Hrefs or a few other free tools that you can use, go and look at the search volumes for the services, for the keywords for the services like water damage in the marketplace. Have they increased in the last couple of months, right? And you can say, we've seen a 30, 40% increase in the surge in people looking for this service. But the biggest problem is they can't find you right now, right? So if you want people to choose you first, right now, with those people who are looking, then what strategy, what plan do you have in place to be able to service the market, right? Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you want to be doing. That's what I would be doing in the marketplace right now. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay. You got me? You got any other questions?
Well, just a comment. I was researching accounting,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so boring. I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't keep my eyes open reading about accountants.
Yep.
So I decided, I feel I got to have some mojo with the niche,
Yep.
So
So I would call 100 people right now in the water damage market between now and Friday. Send that message out to those people, pick up the phone, say, hey, have you got my message? If you give me 60 seconds, you can let me know whether or not we should continue this conversation. And then that script. I'm going to make sure this video gets up as quickly as possible. It's going to be in the YouTube channel. It's going to be in the Facebook group. So I'm going to make sure you get this today. Right. So I've literally given you the script at the 30-minute mark, or actually about the 26-minute mark of this conversation. So you can go back and just take that script. Right. But you
yeah,
want to take action. I'd be calling 100 water damage places between now and Friday. Send the message, pick up the phone and call them. You've got nothing else to do, right? If you're running this business, you need to be in business. You need to make sales, right? You need to be talking.
yeah,
You need to be talking and following up the information you put out there. If you're making an offer right now, you need to be aggressively following your offers up. Don't just wait for somebody to come back to you, right? Because they'll never get back to you, right? Think about all the messaging that's going on right now. So you want to follow through and pick up the call and say, hey, I've sent this to you. Do you want some help, right? You've got to get on the phone. Right now, people need to be over communicating. People need to be relevant. This message, the message that I've suggested with you, Howard, I would send that message on text, on email, on, put it in their freaking contact us pages on their websites, wherever they can get access to you, wherever you can get access to them, right? They need to see your name. They need to see Howard Tiano, right? Everywhere. I've got to see it on my email. I've got to see it in my Facebook Messenger. I've got to see it in my text. I've got to see it in my contact page. Who is this Howard Tiano dude? He's everywhere, right? On the radar, yeah? Because you want to
yeah.
get to the most important thing, and that is to have the conversation. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
great.
Howard.
Thanks for the
Appreciate you
advice.
being here. Awesome. Okay, just looking here. Mark, I'm going to get to you. Chris, would you encourage, so the question you're asking, Chris, is, would you encourage the business to put a COVID update so people searching the business are informed how they are operating. You can say if they've got certification, or there right now there's businesses in certain industries, for example, like in the hair industry, have gone and done COVID or coronavirus training and certification, and they've got a certificate that states that they have been trained. So you can say, if you're a service-based business, one of the things that those businesses can do is say that we have trained all our people to practice health and safety standards in corona to avoid or minimize any risk of COVID-19, right? So yes, you can, you know, if you're using that as part of your advertising, if it's relevant, so if that's a concern that the customer has, then my answer to that question would be yes. If that's a concern, if the customer has that, my answer to the question to you, Chris, is yes, right? Mark, Jean. Okay, Mark, you got a mini break from the kids. Let's get you on. I'm going to allow you to talk. Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hello?
Yeah, I got you, man. Got you loud and clear.
Got me? Perfect.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Tell me the business.
Good,
tell me the
good.
business, and tell me what your offer is.
Perfect. So me, it's mainly with helping with existing clients to get more sales from existing client. And
Okay.
the idea that I had, because I have a big backyard, which is looking kind of ugly right now. So I was about to do a video and say, you know what? I need you guys, like it's for landscaping, right? So I need you guys here because look at how my backyard is looking. And if you guys are looking to get more clients like me to pay you, you guys need to get here, or I can help you get more clients like me, because I have a big backyard and the grass is not looking too pretty. So I was thinking of doing a video with that and then just sending to them.
That's a really unique approach, Mark. That's a really unique approach, and that's an interesting, because right now you can say, you know, like me, I'm looking at my backyard, and I'm sitting here, self-isolation in lockdown right now. I'm looking at my backyard, and I've been looking about what we're going to do to fix this backyard. Your customers right now in the community, in the marketplace, they're sitting in their backyards looking out and saying, hey, I need to do this. So one of the things that we're doing is we're helping landscapers to connect with customers who are looking to actually get some landscaping done in their backyard. So if you're closed like everybody else, or are you accepting customers right now? If you're accepting customers right now, let's get on the phone. There's your offer, right? So that idea is a fantastic idea. Hopping out and say, hey, I need somebody to help with my landscaping. There's a whole bunch of people I know, like lift the camera up and show everybody else's backyard. So all these people here are sitting at home, and some of these people need their backyards done, right? And so in the current environment, by the way, just to give you perspective, Mark, right now, people are spending a ton of money on gardening materials, plants, soil, all that sort of stuff, paving. A lot of people are realizing that in self-isolation that they are doing their gardening. So the landscaping market and the gardening market is going through the roof. So, but like most people like me, like I know I like to have a nice garden in the backyard. I am terrible at gardening and I have no interest in gardening. So I'd rather pay somebody else to do my gardening for me. Right? So your idea is a really good one. I love the approach. I think the approach of saying, hey, I'm looking at my backyard, I need a landscaper. Can you help me? By the way, imagine everybody else out there who's sitting at home looking at their backyard saying, I need to do something. And I know right now people are buying plants and they're buying pavers and they're buying all sorts of things to fix their backyards. And as a landscaper, there's two questions that you've got to answer here. One, are you still accepting customers right now? Or have you decided to go away and close down and not come back into the market? If you're in the former, then what I would highly recommend right now, I've devised a plan and a strategy so that you can get these landscaping jobs, right? So if you're interested in at least chatting to me about a proactive plan so that you can keep your team hired, keep your team busy, and more importantly, take advantage of being visible where people are looking for your service right now, let's get on the phone. You can do that script on a video. You can do that script on a phone call. You can do that script in an email, on a Facebook post, on a messenger post. So Mark, that is the campaign that I would run, right? And if you're talking about a reignition campaign, the number one thing right now as a landscaper, you need cash, and that cash needs to pay for your bills, and needs to pay for your employees, and needs to pay for you and your lifestyle right now. So we want to make a direct impact. We've got an idea and a strategy where we know that if you apply this, it immediately opens up to you creating cash flow opportunities for your landscaping business. My name is Mark Jean. I'm here trying to help landscapers stay in business, and more importantly, to take advantage of where people are at right now. So if you want to get the right message out there, if you want to be visible and open to generating clients and getting those people in, I've got a cash flow strategy right now that I know that if we implement it, it would work great for your business. So if you need injection of revenue, let's have the most positive conversation you could possibly have right now for your landscaping business, because right now we need to keep people working, we need to keep people earning money, we need to have people put that money back into the local economy. So if you want to talk to me, I'm trying to help people just like you. It'll probably be the most positive conversation you probably had in this crazy time of panic and uncertainty. That's your script. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because to me, I think it's more relevant if they see my backyard, which is huge, and they see how messy it looks like, because there's no work. So therefore, that's fine. So let me help you get
By the way,
more clients.
Those businesses are also can practice safe distancing, because their customers don't need to touch them, and they can actually take payment online, right? So they can do their quotes online, get customers to sign for a quote. They can do their payments online, so they can adapt and change. And the key here is how you're changing your message. That message is: are you looking at your backyard right now, sitting at home, looking at the things that need to be fixed? And if you've been thinking about your landscaping right now, we will offer incentives. We can actually help you right now in this time of quiet to fix your backyard, and we want to make sure that you save some money doing that as well, because we want to preserve your cash, right? So we'll even help you save money, get better value for the landscaping we're doing in the market. There's your message for your client. Okay.
So basically what I do, I can send them, I can scrape whatever list of landscape locally or wherever, and I can just send that video by email or by text. Or even even by Facebook, maybe. Maybe by Facebook if I see okay.
Absolutely. I would post that, syndicate that everywhere. That's a really cool strategy, and I love that idea. Let me show you the backyard that everybody is sitting here looking at right now. That's a great idea. That's awesome, Mark. Thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate you taking the call.
Perfect. And then the question, and then what I can offer is that managing lead, or like managing their database. Like I know that I can do the campaigns, right, to reignite whatever it's helping with their, but do I have to create if they don't have the database? Because most of them are not as sophisticated as us.
You can create a database for them, yes. But the thing is, offer one thing. So what you're going to have that conversation. You offer one thing, right? One thing. If they like the idea, let's run with it. You can offer a second idea and say, hey, you can say, hey, there's 3 ideas right now. This idea, this idea, this idea. But the one that's going to make the best impact in cash flow right now is this one right here. So if we can start here, we can work on these other 2 later. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
That's how you offer it.
Because I know for the Reignition campaign, the most easiest thing to do is to get all the lists of the client, either call them up or either retarget them on Facebook. And they have the email and not just do the campaign. That's it. That's very simple as that. But if they don't have the structure, I have to create it. I have to put them on the email list. I have to test the emails, or I just can have someone just call them up,
Absolutely.
That'll be the thing. That'll be the thing for me to do. And then should I ask for a profit share? Like, what's your experience with that? Should
just
I
offer the deal? Just offer the deal. If you haven't done a profit share before, and you haven't structured that agreement, and you're just doing this for the first time, don't worry about that. Right now, you need cash flow. Just help them with the thing. You can talk about profit share later. But doing profit share deals, if you know what you're doing, make the offer. If you don't know what you're doing, that just adds complexity, right? That adds another complexity to the deal. So just make the offer, do the deal. If you are experienced in doing profit share deals, then yes, you can offer profit share deals. But if you're not experienced, you don't have an agreement to do that, and you don't have the systems and the processes to monitor and manage that profit share deal, because at the end of the day, these are new customers, right? These are people that you haven't done business with before. They need to trust you. So you can always come back and say, you know what, let's do this, and we can do a deal over here. So let's come on this together, and we can do a deal. But right up front, right now, Mark, you need cash right now, and so just get the cash in. Don't worry about profit share deals.
Okay. And with your experience, how much should I charge for this? Just for
how much do you want to charge, Mark? How much do you want to charge?
At least per month, at least for this campaign, I have to do the strategy for the campaign. I have to review their offer, and I have to just stand it out. So
I'm going to ask you the
probably
question, how much do you want to charge?
5K minimum.
Yeah,
minimum
great.
to
So you can charge 5K.
do that work.
If you step out that value stack that you just stepped out, this is what we're going to do. We devise a strategy. We don't do this. We do this. We do this.
Yeah.
Normally, to do something like this with copy team and all that sort of stuff, we would charge people $7,000 to $10,000. But I know cash is king right now, and I want to make sure you keep some of that cash. So I will kick in $3,000 of my own money. I'll give it to you for $5,000.
Okay, and I just do it monthly. That's it. Or it's
well, if it's monthly, do it like, let's say, let's run this for the next 2 or 3 months, right? You know, because remember, this is a new client. A client's not going to sit there and go, hey, I'm just going to give you $60,000. I've never met you before. I don't know you, right? You know, so you need to think about where they're at. If you go trying to tie people up in big deals, unless you have a very structured, strategic approach, and you can walk people through that process and say, hey, if we can price anchor this deal against what your return or what your opportunities are, right? Then you can look at the bigger structure, right, with your experience. But right now, you just need to get somebody to say yes. So make it easy for them to say yes. Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
Perfect. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Mark.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Appreciate you being on here.
And with this, I can get so creative with the video. I can do
absolutely.
one. I didn't hear what you guys and look at my grass. Look at my backyard. I won't be able to do any barbecue this summer. You know, I can just do several different videos. You know, it could be fun.
Thanks.
Okay, perfect.
Mark.
Thank
Appreciate it. So anybody else that wants me to craft an offer? There's a whole bunch of you on here. Nuno, I can see you. Peter Smith, Sean, you know, I can craft an offer for you, dude. Let's get an offer out in the marketplace. If you've got a microphone, let's hop on. Just type 1 if you can hear me, Sean. Trent, good to see you here. Brian, Alan, good to see you. Adam, if you want me to craft an offer, just type 1 and I will unmute your microphone and I will craft an offer for you and a campaign and a script all in one, right? Just type in 1 in the chat. I can see what you're doing. Whoever's going to type in 1 first is going to get my help. So Sean, let's do this, man. Let's do this, Sean. Let's get you some help. So let me just unmute your microphone. Hey, Sean, can you hear me? You there, Sean? Just need to get up close to the microphone a little bit. You there, Sean? Just your microphone. Unmute I've unmuted at my end. Just get close to your microphone. You there? I can hear you tippy tapping in the background. You there, Sean? I gotcha. All right. How you doing? No, microphone's not on. You there, Sean? Just unplug and plug back in. I can hear ticky-tacking in the background, so something's working.
Hello?
Yep, I gotcha. How you doing?
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so give me the market. Give me the market.
Well, from the last conversation that we had, I'm still kind of looking into it. I've been watching a lot of the videos that you've had for the past few days on YouTube. Thanks a lot. Great content on there. So I haven't identified the market, but I'm trying to figure out the strategy right now. So I know that you've talked a lot about how people can try to do webinars online and take payments. So I'm thinking of a consultation in the very beginning to help people redesign or think of a different way where they can provide an offer and communicate with their existing clients. So I'm thinking about just for in the beginning, providing a consultation on how they can redesign their sites and integrate webinars and also another method of collecting payments. So I'm very interested in your go-to-go or your other platform that you're offering as well.
Let's just pick one. So there's 3 things here that I'm writing out. So the how-to, right? How-to on a webinar, right? How do you do that, right? you need to redesign websites. So redesign sites is a third offer, and collecting payments online that's the second offer. That's the third offer, right? So being able to communicate en masse to your customers personally in a way that you can interact closely. That's one way. Number two, redesigning site. Right now, you can say to people, right now, if your website hasn't changed in the last 6 months, you've got a problem. The market has changed and the message has to change in the market. We can actually get things up and running fairly quickly to have a site that is relevant to the offer that you can make to the market right now. If you're interested, let's have a quick chat. So redesigning a current website, very, very important. Right now, if you are in a situation where you're not able to collect payments online, then let me help you to collect payments online, right? Right now, you need cash is king, and you need to be able to collect it and make it easy for customers to buy. If your business is shut down because of coronavirus right now, and one of the reasons is because of self-distancing that you have to interact, right? Let me show you how to collect cash online. If you're interested, let me show you how to get money, right? So those are three very separate offers, and those are and some of them are colliding with the same types of businesses. But the thing that you want to be doing is, so let's look at a couple of businesses that can take advantage of collecting payments online, right? So
my question regarding these three, but isn't it? I was thinking more of the lines of selecting the right platform to use that has all three.
So Kartra, ClickFunnels, what else? Well, Kartra is probably the best one. Kartra, Kajabi, those sorts of things can take. Who's the Samcart is another one. That's a good one because it incorporates the landing page, the payment page, or collecting of the payment, and also you can create a very simple site using those sorts of things in the marketplace. So so just pick one. Pick one of those three and go, great. What you want to do is you want to have an all-in-one solution where you're actually articulating a direct offer that's relevant to your customers right now. Number two, you want to be able to make sure that you're making it easy for customers to pay, so to be able to collect payments online. And number three, you want to be able to build a customer base instantly, all in one place. So we've got a solution that can very quickly put your product message to the market and maximize the opportunity of getting payment and collecting payment immediately online. So if you're interested, at least have a look at what your options are and how you can drive opportunities, because at the end of the day, you've got two questions. One, are you accepting customers right now, or have you decided to go away and close down, right? So if you're interested, just reply a big fat yes to this, or just give me the best phone number I can contact you on. There's a script, right? So you can combine all three in one shot with one service and say, right now, your website sucks because it's not helping anybody in this current environment. If you were to pick industries or businesses, I don't know where my SEO friends are right now, but right now, if you went and did a Google trend search for the last 3 months, and if you went and did use some of the tools, I think you use Ahrefs or Majestic SEO does this, or SEMrush can provide this as well. You can actually look at some keyword trends for specific industries, right? So if you look at trade-based services, because right now people, like I say, we just spoke to Mark and landscapers. Well, right now a lot of people buying landscaping supplies and gardening supplies. That's a market that's going through the roof. How do you operate remotely? How do you operate virtual? How can you go from face-to-face to virtual in terms of the way people find you, engage with you, and pay you? So if you don't have a plan for that right now, I'm showing people the actual plan of how that's going to work, right? So best phone number to contact you on. We're going to have a quick conversation. This will be the most positive conversation that you've had, and certainly the most optimistic conversation you've had with regard to the craziness that's going on right now. Yeah?
That's great.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you.
So I've just scripted all that out. That's at go back to the 49-minute mark of this video, and I've literally given you your script. We've given you your platform, given you a business. Now we've got to go engage the market. That's why you're going to hop on the phone with me really soon. Yeah. Now we've got to go engage the market. So there's nothing. I don't know if you've got much to think about. Do you have any other questions there, Sean?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate you hopping on.
Oh, actually, I do. Sorry, I do have one last one. How about you have a site, Sell Go Sell?
Yeah, sellgosell.com. Yep.
Yeah. So how how do we get access to that if I want to integrate?
Just go to sellgosell.com, and I think there's a 14-day trial that uses high level, go high level. So if you go there, you get a 14-day free trial for the software. And what it does is it manages email campaigns. You can drive traffic to it. It manages sales in real time, so you can actually get instant lead management. You can do voice drops. You can do Facebook Messenger campaigns. You can do text messaging, and you can also do push to call. So you need somebody from our office to speak to you right now, press 1. As soon as you press 1, it connects the phone to your client. So it's called a push call, right? Or a forced call. So the phone rings and say, hey, on the other end of the phone, do you want to accept this call because somebody's inquiring about your service? You go, yeah. So you get real-time customer engagement. Very, very powerful stuff. And yes, you can marry it with this strategy of using something like Kartra or Kajabi or Samcart. Yeah. So it's sellgosell.com. Yeah.
Okay, great, perfect.
Thanks, Sean. I'll make sure that I'll double check, but I'll make sure that that email gets to you. I don't know what's going on. I saw a bounce back, but I'll fix it up for you. Okay. Thanks, Sean. Okay, next. Does it also use AI? No. Oh, well, there's certainly, actually, no, it does. Yes, it does. It does use certain elements of that, yes, to answer your question, Chris. Thanks, Damien. Appreciate you being here. Chris, Stripe. Yeah, I don't know if you've got a question about Stripe, but Stripe is a merchant payment gateway, yes. I would, if I was in business right now, I would not, Stripe is easy. So Stripe is quick and easy to take payments. It's quick and easy to do that. What you want to do is you want to use something like authorize.net or eWay, which is much better. There, I would rather use a paid merchant gateway, because then you've got more control of things like chargebacks and refunds and all that sort of stuff. With Stripe, you can, if people do chargebacks and refunds, it just gets messy. So, but yes, Stripe is an easy way to take payment in cash right now. There's another service that I think also, I know PayPal has a really cool service right now as well. There's also another service, I think it's called Pay Funnels, which is another way to generate, to get fast invoicing and fast payments. Xero, the accounting software, is a fast way to get invoicing and attachments to your bank accounts as well. So, would anybody else like me to craft a campaign for you? We've just done 3 different campaigns or 4 different campaigns. If you want me to craft a campaign, just type 1. Braintree is another payment gateway for software. Yeah, absolutely. I think Braintree is owned by PayPal. Trent Belasco. Where are you, Trent? Let's get you on here, my friend. Trent. You there, Trent?
Good morning, John.
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm rocking and rolling like I am every day. So,
thanks for another awesome call, another awesome Zoom session.
Give me the product.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I've got a small content marketing agency. Where current clients include a financial advisor, a tech startup, AI tech startup, a large Australian charity. I've got, I want to target the finance because that's where all my experience is. But I think also SME are a great place to provide our services as well. What we've mostly done is just content, so blog posts, emails, newsletters. We evolved into social media marketing, organic and paid. What I think now is really there's probably not a compelling enough offer in the current climate. So what I want to do is expand into combining the PPC with a really effective lead magnet and a landing page, and then sort of follow that through with an effective sales funnel to bring all qualified leads into the client's sales funnel.
So you want to be a proper lead generation agency. So you want to,
Yes.
that's essentially what you're
Yeah.
doing, right? So you got to sit there. So right now, the finance market needs all the help you can get, right? So sales automation is key.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right now, people need money. People need to manage their risk, right? So right now in the market. So again, just to give you perspective here, Trent, and you definitely need to get on a call with me, buddy. But here's the thing, Trent. Right now, you got to think where your market is. You got to think where the customer is right now. Okay. So I know lots of people who've been ringing their financial planners saying, portfolio. Are we in a cash portfolio? Are we in a high risk portfolio? I know the shit is hitting the fan. Market's going up and down like crazy. Have we minimized our risk? Right. If they're not doing that, right? If your financial planner isn't going back to the client saying, "Hey, you're safe," or "Hey, we've got to change things now," right? Opportunity, right? So right now, people are sitting there thinking in their 50s, right? So think of the market, right? 50s to 65. These people here, right? They've got some assets. They've got some super, right? Or 401k, depending on where you are, right? They've got some assets. They've got some super, right? They might have some cash. They might have some precious metals. And they're going, market's crashed. What the hell do I do? Right? WTF, right?
Yeah.
So as a financial planner, as a financial advisor, you've got products in the marketplace. What do people need? They need to protect income. Yeah. They need cash flow, right? And they need steady and safe growth, right? That's what they need right now. Remember Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Number two, right? Number two, security. Right now, this is the message. Safe, secure, and cashed up.
I also think a really powerful market for financial advisors is those financial advisors that support SME, provide sort of SME business advisory and corporate advisory, who can I think there's so much value to be added in helping all these companies apply for all the grants that are now available.
Oh, absolutely,
loan,
absolutely.
You know,
if you're in the US and you're not applying, every single person on this call who's in the United States right now, you should be applying for the SBE loans. Every single person right now here in Australia, if you're in business, you need to be making sure that you're getting your payroll advantages. You need to be making sure you're picking up all the 75% pay for employee. You need to pick up all the things, and there are local incentives as well that are being provided by local government as well as federal and state in every major Western country right now. So yeah, you need to take advantage of those. But my thing is, and this is the thing you want to be mindful of, right now, you want money, Trent. You want cash, right? The guys who you're servicing need cash. They want cash too, right? So we cannot save the world. If we are going to go out to save the world and we don't save ourselves, we're dead, right?
True.
And let me tell you, right now, there are 3 people in the market, right? These people here that are out, they're out. They ain't coming back. Unsavable, right? Unsavable, right? These people here, they're SMEs, right? These people here that are trying to hang around and try and survive, yep, they need some help, but they need solutions, right? For where they're at right now, right? These people here, opportunity. These people are SMEs too, right? So the question again, it goes back to the message. What message are you selling, right? And that message right now for businesses, right now, the message is this: safe and secure, right? Cash is king.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm not going to my financial advisor for all the money that I can pick up. I'm going to my accountant right now. I'm not going to a financial planner. I'm going to my accountant and say, I literally on a call to my accountant and say, listen, I need a list of everything we can grab a hold of right now. Everything, right? I want to take the payroll tax. I want to take the BAS subsidy. I want to take the minimum $10,000 or more that we can get from the offering for our PAYG. I want to look at our options for taking the $250,000 interest-free loan. I want to look at our options for any grants that are available to us in the marketplace. Give me a list and let's apply for everything, because you know what? It's free money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And most of that money I don't have to pay back. Right. Yeah. Which is even better.
Good deal.
Right. So
yeah.
Right now, who is going to give you access to that free money? That's the question. Right.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get a hold of it? What do you put? I'm putting in, like, I'm getting my accountant to put in those all up applications now, because right now the first payments are coming out in next week. The first payments, the first stimulus package is coming out next week. And right now in the US, the SBE loans are coming out right now, right? All those incentives are starting to flow through right now. In fact, I believe that the website got overwhelmed with how many people went and applied for that money, right, in the US. So everything you're talking about is on point, Trent. But the question is, you've got to zero in to people who are spending the money right now, right? So if you're going to say, hey, well, first of all, you need to be visible. So how are you being visible right now? Or if you're not advertising, you're not visible, right? So right now, I've got a plan that does three things. One, gets people to come to you for your expert advice in this time of need. That's number one. Number two, to enable you to manage that lead into a revenue opportunity for the services you provide on how you help the market. And number three, so that you can scale that, right? But the key thing here is you need to become visible. And how do you become visible? You need a system. And right now, your current website does not help people in the current situation unless you've changed it. So what I'm going to do is I can craft a platform for you that does all those three things automatically and gets people on the phone. Ultimately, you want to get an appointment with a person who needs help and who is looking to either take advantage of the opportunity in front of them right now from a financial point of view, minimize their risk, maximize a long-term, slow growth strategy so they protect their assets. Because right now, the market is scared shitless. Yeah? And so that's the message you need to be out there with. Trent, right now, you should be the busiest freaking agency on the planet right now. If you know this is the support, you need to be busy, right? You need to be busy right now, because let me tell you, most people in the market have no idea how to do this, right? But now, most of these guys are going, well, holy crap, people are self-distancing. I've got to do, how the hell do I navigate this online stuff? So so what you can do is you've got the system, right? You don't call it the Corona system, right? Because don't want to use a word, but you could call it the stimulus system, right? Right?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, you've got a system, and people need to know a system. So if I can show you a plan to navigate your way through this and make sure that you are this business here right now, not this business who's trying to stay in business, and certainly not this business that's out of business right now, right?
Yeah.
Because that offer is right now. Are you closed like every other financial planner, or are you actively accepting clients right now? That's your offer, direct offer to market.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, that's great.
So the thing is, right now, when I speak to you, over the next 3 or 4 days, I would highly recommend that you would have at least spoken to 40 or 50 financial planners between now and Friday. 40 to 50 guys. So listen, I've got an idea. I just wanted to reach out to you. If you're in business or you're accepting clients, I'd love to share the idea with you, right? What do you think? Now, I know that if you spoke to 50 people in the next 3 days, I know you're going to get a client. I know you're going to get somebody saying, hey, I need to do something. Okay?
Okay.
Right now, you should be on a trajectory to bring in 2 to 3 clients a week into your business with what you're offering with that market and with the offer that I've just crafted for you here. Right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because I know somebody right now, Trent, in your market that's freaking crushing it right now. They are going crazy. They can't handle the business from financial planners right now. They can't handle it. They're too busy. They're actually trying to hire people to take it on, right? And there are some financial planners right now. In fact, one of our consulting champions just closed a deal for $120,000 to do exactly what you're doing with a financial planner in Melbourne.
Really
120 grand.
interesting.
Yep. 15 grand up front
Yeah, yeah.
just to do the strategy, right?
Yeah.
8 grand a month to manage it. 8 grand a month of management, not including ad spend on top of. So 15 grand down to set it up and 8 grand a month to manage it.
And so that sort of upfront setup, that's sort of the market research analysis of their business process, and then just setting up the funnel and the PPC or paid social campaigns.
So in Consulting Champions, I just gave people that whole structure where they can charge for the strategy. I literally gave them every piece of that structure, so they can literally go out and charge somebody anywhere between 6 to 20 grand to actually do the outline of the strategy for the client. Get message to market fit, message to market match. Gave them the whole thing, box and dice in one hit. So there are customers right now in your market, right? There are people out there who are looking for their options. So you want to be able to, you want to engage and connect with those people with those options. And financial planners or business people in the finance sector are the easiest people to find and connect with. The question is do you have a plan right now for the current situation and coming out of this current situation? Because this is the time, the next 3 years in their market right now is their biggest growth opportunity. 3 to 5 years, they're going to be capping out with massive growth and revenue. So if they're not ready to do business online effectively, somebody else is going to get that business. The question is, are you visible in your market right now, and are you accepting clients? What's your strategy? Are you doing it differently? Are you making it easy for people to connect with you? Are you sending out the right message right now? Because your current website and your current information isn't going to work for you. Right? If you're just thinking that you're going to drive people to what you already have, you are going to be sorely mistaken in this market. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Thanks,
Let me know how you go, Trent.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So, Martin, the legend who is Martin Obiozor. Hey, Martin, how you doing? Just unmuting you. You there? Martin Obiozor.
Hello, can you hear me?
Got you loud and clear, man.
Yeah.
Mate,
Okay.
first of all, congratulations on executing on the strategy last week and putting the group together and getting a client, $5K, $1,200 a month. That was awesome, man. Congratulations for doing that. Secondly, let's craft an offer for you, my friend. Let's look at the customer, the client first.
Okay. So the niche is this niche that I stumbled into, which is Medicare insurance agents or brokers. I think I want to go after the brokers.
Okay. Right. Okay. So what are we going to do for them? What's the offer?
So what we're going to do for them, and this is the question, is it aspirational? A lot of them feel like they don't have business, but people keep turning 65 every single day of the year. And so do you have a system that is going out and bringing in, it's basically lead gen nurture into appointments. So it's high level lead gen nurture into appointments, because people are turning 65 every day.
Yep. All right. So you've got an appointment setting machine.
Appointment setting. And so once the appointments come in, once those leads come in that are filtered and vetted, then you can round robin them to the different agents for the appointment.
So here's the thing. This is a great service and certainly very relevant. So the question is, right now, are you accepting 65-year-olds who are looking for Medicaid insurance right now? Are you right now in this time of lockdown and self-distancing, are you accepting new clients at the 65 age mark who are wanting to get access to Medicare? Are you closed and not handling any customers, or can you accept customers right now? Yes or no? That's all you need to ask. Send that out to every Medicaid insurance guy. Right?
Oh, awesome.
It's pretty simple, right? Are you closed like everybody else, or are you accepting people who are signing up for Medicare?
That sounds good.
Give me the best phone number I can contact you on, right? Second thing, so there you want to sit and say, hey, right now there are a bucket load of people turning 65 and they need your help. You're interested in looking at a way of marrying, having them filtered, having them qualified, and more importantly, that they have a direct booking in your calendar of appointment. Are you interested in looking at a plan like that right now? Because right now, let me tell you, people are looking, people are thinking, and they need your help, and right now they can't find you. So if you want to be found and you want to be seen and you want people to come into your calendar who need to sign up for the service or the product you have, if you don't have an automated system right now, right? If I can show you a plan on how we're helping people just like you get that happening, right? Is it worthwhile having the most positive, optimistic conversation perhaps you've had in the last 3 weeks?
Yay.
There's
I
your
like
script.
it.
There's your script.
And then to get the clients, I'm thinking of trying the LinkedIn Lion strategy that you had mentioned a while back.
Yep.
Is that still relevant to these days?
Yeah, absolutely. 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 Because
Or
then
are there other
you
avenues
can
that
actually
you would think?
target. Think about who is hitting that that threshold. Anybody that is in senior management, anybody that's at C-level executive, those people have got money. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can actually target by role. I'm going to bring you people at a senior management operations level or C-level executive level that are a perfect fit for what you've got to offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other avenues? I wasn't thinking Facebook or Google, but do you think
I
that
think Google Ads, absolutely.
Oh, okay. And this is not to get clients for my clients. This is for me to get clients.
Oh,
to build my list. Yeah, I'm looking for people for me to get
go to the
find
association. Go to the
brokers and
Association of Medicaid Insurance and go and get every registered agent available in the marketplace. It's easy. Start with Houston, Texas,
Oh,
then move to Dallas
sure.
and Dallas Fort Worth. Then move because there's probably a chapter in Texas. There would be a state chapter who's probably registered in Austin that you can get access to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not worried about finding people who are turning 65 because that's actually easy through Facebook and Google and stuff like that. It's for me to find the brokers because I don't want the agents. The agents don't have money typically.
No.
I'm looking for their bosses.
Yeah. So go and look for brokers. Google broker, Google the insurance broker. What are their titles in the marketplace? Some of them are probably running Google ads right now. They're people you want to be talking to. How do you got all these leads, but if you've got an automation and a filtered appointment, is your campaign optimized right now? Do you want to save money and make more? Yeah. Right now, cash is king. Let's save your cash and help you convert better. Yeah. If you can convert better, that's going to reduce the cost of acquisition. That means you're going to make more money, right?
Yeah.
Cash is king.
This is a niche ripe for disruption. What I've discovered is a lot of them love to do the mailing thing to find customers, and they like to do the door-to-door thing. And so a lot of them are just like, what do I do? Because I can't go to door-to-door for social distancing. And mail is alive, but they know it's not working, but they kind of, they do a lot of these events where they bring people into which also doesn't work right now.
Well, you can do
so
web
I
events
think
right
this
now.
is the opportunity to strike. Yeah, they can do, but they don't know that. They think an event is a physical thing at a hotel.
Right now, what I would do if I were you, I would go and check out the search trends right now for the services they offer and see if they're on the rise. Look at the search trends over the last 2 or 3 months. Go and do a little bit of Google research on their keywords, right? And just look at the trends. If the trends are up, you can sit there and say, listen, here's a snapshot of what's going on right now. And right now, you can't physically go to them, but you can actually help them come to you, right? And right now, they can't find you. So you want to be visible, you want to be found, and you want to be engaged. So if you're looking for a filtered, qualified customer to have an appointment with you and you want to automate that process, let me show you a plan that we're working on right now to help people just like you to make that a reality, right? Let me tell you, it's going to be the most optimistic and positive conversation you've ever had. And perhaps more importantly, it's probably going to revolutionize the way you do your business. And right now, we're in a new world and a new business. So there you go.
I love it. Thank
There's
you,
your
John.
script. There's your script. Martin, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So Howard, Martin, Mark, Martin is one of my consulting champions, and he used a strategy that we taught in Consulting Champions. And I actually shared the idea with you guys about 2 or 3 days ago on how to set up a group meeting with businesses and then open the door to the channel of helping. So, giving people their options, having conversation about what's going on online, looking at some optimistic things that they can do. And then Martin was had generated a few opportunities out of making that available to his local market. And as you can see, it's opened up to a niche within the market that he can serve. So that answers your question, Mark. But I did share the strategy 2 or 3 days ago on the videos. If you go to the YouTube channel, you can literally just follow through. It's all there for you. So I can take one more person. I'll take one more person for an offer. If you're interested in me helping you craft an offer or craft a deal, let me craft it for you here. One of the things that I would highly recommend right now, if you're sitting at home and you're twiddling your thumbs and you're relying on this business to grow, my goal would be to talk to 40 people a day. I'd be making 40 calls per day. So I would send out information and I would follow the information. And then tomorrow I would follow up all the people that didn't respond or didn't come back to me again. So every day I'm making 40 calls. I'm learning how to communicate. I'm going to be engaging, asking questions. I've given you scripting that you can use. In fact, if you go back and listen to this recording, which I will post relatively quickly, that you'll be able to apply this to your business. So with that, if you haven't already, you can go to Consulting Unleashed.com/go. If you're not already in the Consulting Unleashed Facebook, jump in the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group. If you're not already on my YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel because I'm posting these videos every day in the channel. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn the notification off. So every time we post, you're going to get notified of when the video's up. So you can go back there and watch that. If you want to, if you're managing clients right now, or you're serious about what your options are in relation to getting out there into this market to take advantage of what's going on, you can book a time in my calendar. So you have the option to do that on the consultingunleashed.com/go page. This webinar or this training happens every single day, same time, same back channel. I'm recording every day. I'm trying to help as many people as possible to get out there and help those people who are desperately looking for your services. So if you know of anybody else who needs to be on here, please share the registration link with others. Letting them know they can hop on same time, same back channel, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 a.m. Sydney, Australia time, 7 p.m. New York time, or East Coast time. I'm here every day. As I said, I'm trying to help as many people as possible to maximize your opportunity to engage, convert, more importantly, to be in business. So thanks for being here, everybody. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's session. Take care, everybody.